All right, welcome back, y'all. It's crazy to think we're already here on episode 13. As usual, I'm joined by the entire No Nonsense crew. We are covering the last NFL division this week, and that is the AFC South. Before we do that, news broke today that Katie is set to stay in Brooklyn. How do you guys feel about it? Do you think it's going to work? Either one of y'all, whoever wants to take it.
Go ahead, John.
Not all at one
Let
time.
you start this one off. Well, I wanted you or John to start it because y'all picked Brooklyn to beat Boston first round
I mean,
in the
yeah, I
playoffs.
definitely.
So with KD staying and Ben Simmons should play next year, do you guys think they're a better team than Boston? If they meet up in the first round again, do you think Brooklyn wins it this time?
Well, it's different now because Malcolm Brogdon wasn't on that team last year. If this Brooklyn team meets Boston from last year, yes, I'd take Boston every time. But
I would have taken
no,
Boston too.
yeah,
Well,
no,
well, to me too, you got to look. They were missing one of the best shooters in the league too, in Joe Harris. So like, they were missing some of their depth.
yeah, I don't think they can beat Boston. Yeah, I mean they're a better regular season team. I would think than Boston, but come playoffs with the depth, adding Brogdon, I don't see it happening.
That's kind of where I am. I think, like I said, I told y'all when Katie's first started talking about wanting to get traded that it wasn't going to happen. Everything Minnesota gave up for Rudy, they would have to give up literally an entire team to get KD there. And then at that point, you're not a contender anyway. So I knew KD was going to stay. I saw some and it said it kind of resembles what happened with Kobe back in that 07-08 season, I think it was, when he went to LA, told him he demanded a trade, wanted the fuck out, like they weren't doing nothing for him. And then next year, fuck around, came and won a ring. So they're kind of putting that right now into context. I think they are a better team this year with Ben Simmons. The addition of Ben Simmons that brings in defense, good ball handler, can literally guard 1 to 5. Um, but yeah, I don't think they're better than Boston. I still would take Milwaukee personally, but other than that, I think they're probably they have a shot obviously with KD, Kyrie, Ben. They have decent depth. But yeah, no, I don't think this pushes them past Boston or Milwaukee personally.
See, I think they're better in Milwaukee now. Um, yeah, I mean,
They have the same. Milwaukee has the same team, bro. Like I feel like if anything, they've just lost players. They haven't really made no additions.
Right, but if Chris Middleton doesn't go down in the playoffs this year, what happens?
yeah,
It's the
and
same
but
team.
Boston has a guy who can completely take him out of a game. And Ben Simmons can lock that guy down. So
Yeah, but so who's guarding Giannis?
I mean that's the thing. I mean Giannis is going to get his regardless. No one can stop the guy.
So
He's the
just
most dominant.
take the number two out, and
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
what are you
Or do
thinking, Ant?
you?
I still like Miami better. I'm just not a fan of Ben Simmons. We haven't seen him in years, so he's like one injury away from
Year.
being.
A year, yeah. He got
He's
snubbed
like
of defensive player of the year before. So
he's like one injury away from being the same old Ben Simmons on the bench. So I don't know what he's doing. I mean, no one knows what shape he's in. Who knows what Kyrie's doing? Kyrie's once in and out every other week. So I don't know. It's just gonna be a strange year for three guys that don't want to be on the same team. So I'm curious. I like Miami. I like Milwaukee. I like Boston. Shit, who
What
knows
about
Philly?
this season they
You
might
like
not even be on
Philly?
the team.
I was say what about Philly?
I don't know. I'm starting to lose a little bit of respect for like
They got
James
PJ
Harden.
Tucker too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I look at James Harden, he just seems fatter and slower to me. So
Yeah.
maybe it just depends on health. I mean, we'll see at the end of the year. I mean, some of these teams are like regular season heroes, and some teams are playoff contenders. So I'm still not a fan of the Brooklyn Nets. They don't play defense. Mm,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm excited to obviously see Ben Simmons suit up again. But to me, it's like, is it actually gonna work? Are their play styles gonna gel? Yes, we know he's good defensively, but as far as offensively, who's gonna be setting up the offense? Is it gonna be him or Kyrie?
Yeah.
We all thought the big three with Harden, we thought that was a for sure championship, and we see that definitely didn't work for whatever reason. Um, but actually, I just got an alert on my phone 3 minutes ago that the Jazz are interested in trading some type of for Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie, possibly. So I don't know all the facts. It was Sports Illustrated, but that would be something if Donovan Mitchell ended up on the Nets. What do you guys think about that?
It's a downgrade.
I think you think that's a downgrade,
Yeah.
I'm taking Kyrie.
even
Depending
with
on
the.
depending on what depth is
It does.
involved
I
in
mean,
that, but I'm
But
taking
okay,
Kyrie over
okay,
Donovan.
to me,
I
it doesn't
understand.
matter. Kyrie didn't want to
But
be there last year. When he's on the floor, he's fantastic at basketball.
But that's what I'm saying. In a, like a headache case with everything you've dealt with him so far, would you be willing to take a Donovan Mitchell or just stick it out with
Well,
him?
I mean, obviously the Nets, with everything they've gone through with Kyrie, they're
That's
still
true.
sticking with him. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's only one more year. They seem like they want to keep that group together, obviously, or something would have been done by now.
Yeah, like I said, the only way that makes sense to me is if there's a couple role pieces from Utah going over. And I'm a casual when it comes to the NBA, so I don't know Utah's roster like that. I don't imagine they've got much to send over.
Well, they just took fucking Minnesota's depth, so there's that there now.
Yeah.
They got a lot of picks too. I mean, honestly, that's really all they have now at this point is role players and Donovan Mitchell. Like,
Yeah, I'm not worried about the picks either
It'll
because
be
Brooklyn's
crazy.
they got a win now team, right? Like they're not going to get
Yeah.
much better. So the picks to me
Well,
don't mean much.
yeah, anytime you have a player like Kevin Durant
It's going to
on
be
your
picks
team, you're
involved.
never thinking.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying you're not
Oh,
thinking rebuild.
facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
But enough of the NBA. Let's kind of switch over to the NFL. We all saw the news with Deshawn Watson. They finally finalized that he got 11 games, and what was it, a $5 million fine? Is that it?
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about that? Now that's kind of like set in stone.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw some information about it that he settled for that. So it wasn't like they gave it to him. He settled for 11 games and $5 million.
Okay.
So he keeps playing this innocent part. It's like, yeah, why are you settling for it if you're innocent? So I don't know. I'm
Well,
waiting
maybe he just didn't want to take the risk to have to be like, if they were like, oh, you don't want to settle for it, we'll suspend you for the whole year, and then
Right.
something else on top.
I think, I mean, it's $5 million. He just signed $230 million, and also this is something that's been going on for 2 years. To me, it's just one of those things. I
Get it
just
over
want to
with.
get it over with. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Get it.
So when it first came out, when the whole news first broke out, Deshaun denied everything, complete innocence. He has no idea what they're talking about. But I mean, if you read his statement after it, he's apologizing to anybody that was hurt in the middle of this. Like he's sorry for for what he did, and he just wants to move on and better himself as a man on and off the field, which means he knows what he did. And to me, it's very telling, right? 11 games, that's a weird number for a suspension. To me, it wasn't enough, but his game back is against the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
So the NFL made the suspension longer, but they're like, his game back is going to be against his old team, bringing big views, big money. Like it's a business and they're treating it as such, right?
Yep.
They're going to act like they did something by suspending him for 5 more games, but then his game back is against his old team. Like, come on now. It's easy to tell what's going on. To me, you don't suspend somebody for 11 games and give him a $5 million fine if you don't think he's guilty. And if you think he's guilty, then that's not fucking enough. There's not. Like he's missing not even a game per accusation, and that's fucking crazy. So that's my take on it. I'm not gonna sit here and call him innocent or guilty, but when you look at the facts of it, this is what the NFL obviously thought if they gave him that. And then if that's what you're thinking, it's not enough. And it's a business play to get him back that game, bring in views, bring in money. So
yeah, my last I'm sorry, Donna, but my last take on it that you guys should giggle about is Homeboy's getting on 11 games and he's doing all this like nasty shit with girls. And Calvin Ridley's getting the whole season off and he parlayed $1,500. So I mean,
that makes no sense, man.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about. I forgot about that till now. And if you just weigh those, it's like, bro,
think about it.
And I'm just saying, like, why? Why is like what's the difference? Like, bro, like
that's a huge difference, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Like
when you look at a guy like Josh Gordon who's been suspended for fucking his whole career because he smokes weed, and then Deshaun Watson suspended 11 games for 20 plus accusations.
Now certain leagues are starting to get normalized. They smoke weed and play professionally.
Well,
so
I know the NBA, they don't test, like the NFL
They're
tests
not
even
testing.
in the NBA, the NFL tests during the season and in the off season. The NBA started 5 years not even testing in the off season, and now they don't test, period. So it's like it's not a performance enhancer. Like it doesn't. You gotta think about all the stress these guys go through and all the shit they're doing to their body to play professional sport, especially football. All the contact involved in that. Like I don't. Yeah, that shit's just fucking nuts to me. But
Yeah, I love hearing like all the stories, like listening to other podcasts and just the athletes come on and talk about how they like beat all the piss tests and stuff. Like I listen to all the smoke a lot. And clearly Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, like they smoke a lot. And they were just saying like before the season, they wouldn't really sometimes get piss tested during the season, but it'd be like training camp and stuff like that. But their trainers would notify them before and whatnot. And I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, Fred Jackson from the Pivot, he said he's fucking used to smoke before every game. Like, I believe Marshawn Lynch was another one who said that.
Yeah. Speaking of trainers, though, not that you guys care, but did you see Washington's former athletic trainer?
It was coming.
Did you guys see
Nah,
it?
what happened though? Nah.
He is suspended. He got suspended and fined. I don't know exactly
Former
what the
is he a trainer somewhere else?
former. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I'm saying this.
I
Nah.
didn't read that much into it, but he was giving prescription drugs to players who weren't prescribed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he got caught. I don't know who snitched on him, but somebody said
Sounds
something.
like some Washington shit.
Literally, we can't stay out of the news for
It's like,
nothing.
man,
You guys are
I'm
glad
just-
you're not fans, right? Every time I look at my
I'm
phone,
just
it's
kidding,
just a
bro.
Washington update about something we did wrong. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But enough
All right,
about
well,
the scandals.
sticking to the in NFL, but some contract news. We saw Derwin James became the highest paid safety. Do you guys think that was spot on?
Yeah.
Fair, unfair? He deserved it.
Yeah, unlike the Kyler Murray, I mean, Derwin, 2 seasons healthy, 2 All Pros. So when he's on the field, he is
It mirrors his on field play.
that guy.
Yeah.
And I just watched. He did a an episode with on the Pivot, and he was talking about it that he's never been hurt. Really, like he's not like they were calling Fragile Fred. 'Cause that's what he was called in the NFL. He's like, you're gonna get a bad name. And he's like, no, I'm here to prove that that's not me. Like I will play a full season. Like he's like, yeah. It was before he got his contract, so they were comparing him to Minka's deal, and they're like, do you look at what he got? And he was like, yeah. I mean, I see what he got, and I know what I'm worth. So
I think they all do as players.
yeah, I think it was well deserved. I like it. And I like that they front loaded it. So like this year he's getting $30 million or 29 million, which means over the next I think it's a 4-year deal. Over the next
It was
3
4,
years,
yeah.
the next 3 years of that deal, he's only gonna be averaging 14 million, which saves cap space to pay Justin Herbert, which is gonna come eventually. So I like the way that it's a very team friendly deal. He gets his money. It's a win-win on both sides.
I mean, who else deserves that money at the safety position?
He's the best in the league, in my opinion, when he's on the field.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, no argument for me.
I think when like you touched on with the injuries, I feel like that was just bad timing because it was like it's so early in his career and he got banged up a little bit. But that's just it shouldn't prove to like his durability. You know what I mean?
Like, well, I mean he's got help around him now to where like his body shouldn't be getting banged up as much.
But it's kind of the same thing that Johnny was talking about, like when we were talking about Roquan Smith's contract. Like when you're on your rookie deal, you need to get paid because you're only an injury away from never getting paid. So I'm glad they took care of him. Like I said, he's proven it when he's on the field. He's to me the best safety in the league. So I'm glad he got paid. I'm glad he got paid as such.
Yeah.
So speaking of best safeties and positions, last week we covered the 50 to 100, and this week they released the NFL top 21 to 50. What were your guys' biggest surprise? I mean, I feel like I know
Yeah,
what it is.
I think we're all gonna say the
Yeah.
same thing. So, and go ahead and start us off on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had a great season, but Trayvon Diggs at 23 is it's crazy, especially seeing all these training camp videos right now. To say he's the 23rd best player in the league. I mean, that's tough. That's for a guy who gave up all them yards. I mean, yeah, the interceptions were sweet, but I don't know. I mean, there's players I saw behind him that I can imagine in any other world that Trayvon Diggs is higher than them. So
Yeah,
with that being said, let's see. I want to see him crack the 100 this year. So I'm curious. 23rd. That's.
I mean, I just thought about this. So if you think about the list now, there's maybe 2 other corners in front of him, right?
Ramsey.
Maybe one.
Yeah, I think
probably
Jalen.
only one.
Yeah, because Jair and Tre'Davious were hurt. So
we're saying he's the second best corner in the league. Well, at 95, I think it is, we have CeeDee Lamb, which puts him 13th best receiver in the league. And we're just seeing all these videos of CeeDee Lamb. I mean, he's going to be it's a breakout year for him. 13th best receiver, torching the second best corner in the league.
Yeah, it's not it's not mapping out.
It's not mapping for me. So to touch on that, he's ranked higher than Stephon Diggs. He's ranked higher than his brother. How do y'all feel about that? That
higher than his brother.
That was baffling to me that he was ranked higher than his brother.
And I mean, the biggest thing for me was one right in front of Jamar Chase. Like, we matched those two up. Jamar is torching that ass.
Both the Bosa brothers too.
Yeah, he was one higher than Nick.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Just look at the players he's ahead of. Like, it's
bro.
Just,
when you look at the corners he's ahead of, like, so do this. Would you guys take Marshawn Lattimore, Marshawn Lattimore, or Trayvon Diggs?
Marshawn Lattimore.
There's so many corners like fucking Jair Alexander.
Oh, Gilmore. I didn't even think about Gilmore.
I'd take Stephon Gilmore any day of the week over him.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm not a hater on him. Like
Xavier Howard. Have you seen J.C. Jackson?
Baltimore's Marlon Humphrey. I mean, I know he was hurt last year. Listen, he's a fucking just fucking sniffing out turnovers. So
I'm okay with him being on the list, like top 100. Like, I'll put him in the 90 to 100 maybe.
Yeah, I'd put him right where CD is.
Yeah, I just don't agree with this at all. I didn't expect this.
I said it last week. We're in that weird place to where he wasn't in that 50 to 100. So if he's on the list, he's overrated. But if they left him off it, he would have been underrated. And he's severely overrated in my professional opinion.
Yeah. If you would have told me to bet some money at him being in the top 25, I would have bet the house and I would have lost.
Facts. But I mean, payday for him though, right? Yeah, when contract comes up, hey man, I was voted 23rd best player in the league. I need that kind of money.
Yeah. I mean,
but this is player voted, right?
Yeah, it's player voted. But that's even better. It's voted by his peers. So his peers think he's the 23rd best player in the league, bro. What?
Because
it's crazy.
I was just trying to be like, man, like, how credible is this list? Like, who made this list? And then I'm like, damn, it's the players. Like,
and as a fan, I don't like very many lists that come out, period. Like, there's always something you can argue with. But this one being voted on by players, it carries more weight. So for me to be this far off on a guy like Trayvon Diggs, like, what are you guys seeing that I'm not seeing other than 11 interceptions? Because he gave up the most yards in the NFL last year. And there was yards that, and not saying all of his picks, but there were, I'd say half of his picks were poorly thrown balls or drops that he was in the right place at the right time. It wasn't like he ball hawked and did some crazy shit. Like, nah.
See, I've played corner before, and honestly, to me, the numbers, that looks great, but if I'm a corner, I feel disrespected if you fucking throw the ball.
Targeted that many times.
So I'm doing something wrong if you throw the ball my way.
Yep.
It seems like they're like picking on it.
Yeah, because when you think of the best corners like that we've seen, right? Like Deion Sanders was known to shut a whole side of the field down. Darrelle Revis shut a whole side of the field down. Namdi, when he was in Oakland, shut a whole side of the field down. Jalen Ramsey doesn't even get he was on the pivot talking about he doesn't even get targeted some games.
Yeah.
Like some games he literally doesn't get a ball thrown at him. So,
I remember it's probably been close to 10 years, but this is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about. The offensive coordinator told him, we're not throwing at Richard Sherman.
Yep.
I mean, fuck.
Yeah. And then you got all these guys talking about, you see Trayvon Diggs on him, throw it his way. He gets torched, bro. And he does jump a lot of shit. He gets beat, double moves. Like, if I'm an offensive coordinator, run a double move every play. Like, just run it.
That's just gonna be another player that's on my watch list heavy, because I'm gonna be keeping up with what's going on with him all year.
Oh, I am too as a Washington fan. I need to stay on top of that.
Of course, as a Washington fan. But let's go ahead and get these predictions for our last division, AFC South. You know, we had to save the best for the last.
It's arguably the worst division.
Yeah.
I agree.
But go ahead. I'm gonna start with Donna. Let me hear what you got.
So you want me to give the whole division out or just worst
Yeah,
teams?
I think we did it like last week. Just give us the whole rundown like
All
we
right,
did.
so I got the Texans at 4-13,
Okay.
the Jags at 6-11, and the Titans and the Colts at 9-8. Now the Titans and the Colts roster is better than 9-8, but their schedule is tough. They play the AFC West and they play the NFC East. The NFC East isn't great, right? But they still got to go through Dallas and they still got to go through Philly. And I got high expectations for Washington. And then the AFC West doesn't need to be spoken about. It's the best division in football. So I think the Texans are better than a 4-13 team. I think the Jags are better than 6-11. And I think the Colts and Titans are better than 9-8. But when you look at the schedules and the teams they have to play, I mean, I don't think anybody in that division is better than anybody in the AFC West. And I'm taking for sure Philly over all of these teams. And I would take Washington over everybody but the Titans, and I would take Dallas over the Jags and the Texans. So I mean, and the other divisions they're playing, the best they're doing is 2-6. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see anybody in this division winning 10 games, personally.
I do. I got the Titans winning 11. King Henry back. Yeah, I mean, the guy can't be fucking stopped when he's healthy. Not high on the Colts. I got them at 8 and 9. They're obviously one of the best rushing attacks in the league, one of the best running backs in the league. But yeah, I mean, their schedule is fucking loaded. Jags I actually got at right with you at 6 wins, and the Texans only 3. I don't. Davis Mills sucks at football. And
Relax.
That's
Call the man by his name.
he's not good. They will be and on the hunt for fucking CJ Stroud next year.
Is that why you think they didn't make a move for Jimmy? Because they're waiting for CJ Stroud? Because I don't think they have a win now roster anyways. You think they just try to develop and get younger?
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they didn't make no move at the quarterback position to me was baffling, other than you're just waiting on this draft class.
They got that stud running back, though. Can't think of his name.
Damon Pierce.
Yeah, Damon Pierce. Yeah.
Yeah, no. 3 wins.
I'm actually with you on that. I'm starting from the bottom. I got the Texans the same, 3-14. Like you said, they're going to be looking forward to the draft. Definitely different from Ant here. Speaking to him outside of the pod, I got the Jags at 6-11. So it's the same with you, John. And then I got the Titans coming in second, and I have them winning 8 or 9 games. I'm a big Derrick Henry fan. I see him having a huge year. But to me, it's just like, other than Robert Woods, and he's coming off an injury, who did they have at receiver? Who's the other receivers?
Drafted Treylon Burks, but we don't know, rookie. We don't know what he's going to be yet.
Okay, other than that,
still Ryan Tannehill throwing the football for the first 5 weeks.
And that too.
Still for the first 5 weeks.
So that's why I had to go with the Colts. I mean, I'm not even impressed with the Colts. I have them winning 9 games too, but
okay, so you're under 10.
Yeah. So this division is probably the worst in football right now.
Yep.
I mean,
to be fair, they're not the worst division in football. They have the
but-
toughest schedule in football.
Well,
Like their schedule is dumb hard. Like I think the Colts
I
and
can
the
agree to
Titans.
that.
I think the Colts
they're
and the Titans.
both good teams.
They're both good teams. Their
For
schedule
sure.
screwed them this year. They're gonna look bad. One of those
Yeah,
teams,
I
though,
mean-
whichever one of those teams, I don't think one makes the playoffs out of this division. Whichever one does, dark horse.
Titans or Colts.
Titans or Colts. The run game in the playoffs when teams are worn down and beat up.
Anthony's
do
like,
it.
nah.
Nah, what you thinking, Ant?
Yeah, I want to hear.
You guys actually have me laughing because your predictions are pretty much where Vegas totals are. So like the
Okay.
Titans and the Colts, they have them at 9.5. And then they have the Jags at 6.5, and they have the Texans at 4.5.
I gotta look at these before I get my predictions.
Yeah, see, I didn't, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to because I feel like every
I
week
like
I'm
rocking with
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, so I'll break this down. So the Texans, it's Davis Mills or bust. I mean, to get Jimmy G, that's just a waste of time, waste of money. They ain't gonna do shit with it. I think Davis Mills is just like a sacrificial lamb. They're just this. I think this is the worst team in football, and not
So
saying
do I. Yeah.
not based off talent. It's just they're just not anywhere near it. Like they're
A
borderline.
whole combination of everything.
Yeah, they're like borderline like a college team, in my opinion. I think they win like 3 games, if that. And then I think the square answer is the Colts. I know everyone's talking about the Titans, but I think they're 4 or 5 games away from Malik Willis coming in. And if Malik Willis comes in, that means that season's going downwards. So with that being said, I think they're the second worst team. I've seen them 6 wins, 7 wins. And then the Colts, I don't know where you're getting that, Dono. I read that they have the 3rd easiest schedule based off projected win totals in Vegas, 6th easiest based off win percentage in 2021.
So I don't know who they're playing outside of the AFC
Okay.
West and the NFCs. I mean, I didn't pull the schedule up. They
I'll
could have
pull it
easy
up right
games in
now.
there. But
So let's say this.
I mean, you also have to think too that they play Jacksonville and
The Texans.
So that's 4
Texans
wins,
twice.
but that's 4 games where when you look at Vegas odds and the easiest
Oh,
schedule,
trust me, I agree.
that comes into a big part of that. But they still have to play every team in the AFC West.
I'll give you that. The thing I say is I think it's the race to 9 wins. Who wins 9 wins is going to win this division. And the reason why I'm optimistic about the Jags is I'm not going as far as saying that they're the Bengals of last year. But there's a team that Vegas had the Bengals at 6.5 wins last year. And look where they went. This year they got Super Bowl head coach Doug Peterson. They got rid of Urban Meyer's fucking honky ass. They got Brandon Sharif, or whatever you want to say. Yeah. Best guard I would say one of the best guards in the NFL.
Quentin Nelson.
Come on
I said one of the best.
Yeah.
Then if you guys don't think Trevor Lawrence is not making a 2nd-year breakout, you're high as a kite. And then I would also say you're getting Travis Etienne back, who's my comeback player of the year. And then on top of it, I mean, yes, they overpaid, but they addressed every position they needed. Christian Kirk, I agree. They may have overpaid his ass, but at least
they were
about it.
At
least they were trying to improve.
But
at least they were trying to improve.
He put up almost 1,000 yards last season, and that was his 3rd option. So he's in for a hell of a year. And his numbers he's gonna earn every dollar he made because he's gonna be getting a lot of yards this year.
So if he puts up like 12 and 10, he gets a little more respect.
No,
I don't care what he puts up.
That contract's still too crazy.
He can score 20 touchdowns coming in. You don't know you're getting that from him. So what made you fucking pay him?
Yeah. But like I said, he'll be worth the money at that point. Like what you're paying, he'll earn the contract.
So I would say this. I'm not saying they're going to win the division. I'm saying they have a shot at stealing the division. And the reason why I say that is everyone thinks that Matt Ryan's going to be the savior of the Colts, which they're always a team that disappoints. And if you actually think about it, which maybe you'll be excited about this, Dono, Carson Wentz went 27-7 last year.
Mm-hmm.
Down to interceptions. You're telling me Matt Ryan ain't throwing more than 7 interceptions? Like, you're out of your mind. And for people thinking he's going to take them to the next level, I'm just like, I don't see it. He's older.
Yeah, I'm not willing to bet my money on that.
The only thing that's going to save the Colts and make Matt Ryan look like this is if you see a huge jump from JT, but from Michael Pittman, because Matt Ryan does one thing very well, and that's throw 50-50 balls to his number 1 receiver. He does that better than probably anybody. When you look at the talent he's had around him, he's always had somebody to trust. So for him to work in Indy, he's going to throw more than 7 picks. 100%.
You weren't lying about the schedule either.
Put the house on it.
Yeah, see, I was just thinking about that. We keep saying about the AFC West, right? They have to play each other, right? They're going to beat the fuck out of each other.
Right, but they're going to beat the fuck out of everybody else.
We say that they're going to be beating each other the fuck up. Then they have to play the NFC West.
Mm-hmm.
49ers defense is solid. Rams defense is fucking solid. So they're going to, that division is going to be beat to hell. So I'm not going to just say that AFC West is going to run through this division. Titans, Colts could still win from anybody.
Yeah, I agree, because the one thing about both those teams is if they get a lead, watch out, because they can run the fucking ball and eat all of the clock. And I agree, but when I look at it, every team in the AFC West is better than every team in the So
when they have to play each other twice,
and I agree,
go into LA.
Hey, you win games, you should. You lose games, you should win. You know what I mean? That's how games work. But I don't understand how Vegas has them as the 6th easiest schedule. Personally, I don't see it. They play the NFC West and the AFC West.
They're going by win totals and win percentage from last year. So I'll say this: I'm giving the Texans 3 games. I'm giving Titans 6 games, and I actually have the Colts and the Jags tied at 9. Simple as that.
So do you see Matt Ryan making the Colts a playoff team this year?
No.
Only one team's making the playoffs from this division.
I don't even think if Michael Pittman doesn't develop exactly what Nano said, I actually think Mo Alley Cox is going to have his best season ever. But with Michael Pittman, if he doesn't develop, then this team is going to go sour fast.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good at all. But
and they already started talking about they're not even letting JT get his full reps. They want to get Nyheim Hines more of the ball.
Well, because they don't want to wear him down. They seen what just happened to Derrick Henry getting 400 touches a year. They don't want to do that to JT. Yep. But
I mean, how many did he have last year? This man had all the carries last year.
I don't think we touched the ball 400 times. That's a lot.
I mean, it wasn't 400. I don't think Derrick Henry's ever ran the ball 400 times.
No, but touches, like catches and run. He had 425. He had 425 the year before last. Yeah, before he got hurt. And he was definitely on pace for it last year. That motherfucker was getting like 30 carries a game last year.
That's a big question. Who y'all taking? Derrick Henry or Taylor?
Nah, I'm going.
I mean,
as
you could wait
from a fantasy standpoint. I mean, you'd have to go with Jonathan Taylor, but I'm going to pose this just like Donovan does anytime we ask him about a Redskins, McLaurin, whoever. We don't know what Jonathan Taylor is without a fucking top 3 rushing attack. We know what Derrick Henry is. He's going to get his regardless. So.
Who's that guy they brought in after Henry got hurt last year? Foreman. He had the same amount of yards per carry as Derrick Henry did. So Derrick Henry's not doing it himself. So
he's not on the team anymore. He's on the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm hit, but I'm saying we saw Foreman.
I'm just saying. I'm going to pose this just like you do.
Yep.
We don't know what Jonathan Taylor is without a top 3.
But I know Jonathan Taylor's a better receiving back than Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
I know that he's better.
Like I said,
better
from
catching
a
out of the
fantasy
backfield.
Standpoint.
I mean, that's part of football. Though, catch like being available out of the backfield.
I mean,
every down back.
So if you're a defender, who do you want to see coming at you, Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor?
I don't want to see either one of them first coming to me.
Yeah, Derrick Henry might be the most feared guy coming out of the backfield in the NFL.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. When you want to talk about dominance, but I think Derrick Henry, and this is gonna sound crazy because Derrick Henry had that 99-yard run against Jacksonville, but when Jonathan Taylor literally could break at any point, every time he touches the ball, it's just different. Derrick Henry's a powerhouse, and like I said, it sounds crazy because Derrick Henry breaks off big runs too.
I mean, he's one of the fastest guys in the league at that size.
I get it,
22 miles an hour. You don't see it.
It's hard to say Jonathan Taylor over Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry coming off of that injury last year. Jonathan Taylor never having to do that. And what you want to say, same reason you guys put CD over Terry. Okay, situations matter. Jonathan Taylor's in the better situation. So Jonathan Taylor, I think, is going to have a better year. Therefore, I think he's going to be the better running back this year.
He's going to be.
And not even just fantasy-wise. I don't think it's going to be close either.
Yeah.
Because I think Derrick Henry getting hurt last year is going to kind of minimize. You said they're going to cut back on JT's touches. I think Derrick Henry sees half of what the volume he used to, and it's going to drop his numbers crazy.
They're going to stack
personally.
No AJ Brown.
Yep.
If they're not competitive towards the end of the year, they're going to shut him down.
Yep. And we've seen Ryan Tannehill. We know what he is.
Yeah.
He's not going to lose. He's going to lose you to games. Actually, I can't say he's not going to lose you to games. He will do that. So make him throw the ball, and you will win games. What do you think, Trent? Who are you taking?
Well, here's the thing. If they're already taking touches away from Jonathan Taylor this early, if they're only getting 9 wins, they're not competing. Who's to say they're not going to do that same thing that you're saying the Titans are going to do with Derrick Henry?
I'm saying the Colts. I think the Colts are still going to win I think they should win the division, but I don't see the Titans being competitive this year. If Malik Willis touches a foot or a step onto that field, you will not see Derrick Henry much later in the season.
You think it's because they want to see what they have and they want to watch him develop and just let him make his mistakes to learn from him? That type of aspect. Because a young quarterback's best friend is a fucking running game.
I agree, but
I'm actually opposite you on that though too, because then you got to bring in Malik Willis's athleticism in the way he can play off of Derrick Henry, and then you got to watch for the read with Willis, which just gives Derrick Henry the edge. I don't know, man. I think if Meek
I'm saying
Willis,
towards the end of the year.
end of the year, yeah, end of the year, yeah.
So if they're nowhere near like the playoff hunt, I wouldn't risk anything with Derrick Henry. Just get him on to the next.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, see, I mean, I hear that, but there's no way I'm gonna just say the Jaguars are 3 games better than the Titans. No chance.
I mean, I would say last year before the Bengals went off, I would say no one even thought they were close to it. I'm saying if there's like a Cinderella story that's 6.5 wins, like the Bengals were.
Yeah, I hear you sticking with that, but
Yeah, we love Cinderella stories. We all do.
Yo, I'm telling
Hey,
you,
he smacked Leon Edwards though.
hey,
Yeah,
6.5
talk
wins.
about that. Bro, I woke up to like 8 notifications from Ant. I was like, yo, what happened?
Yo,
And
I'm
I just
telling
saw-
you.
I don't even watch UFC,
Rocky.
and I was just sitting here like,
Trent
this
texted me-
motherfucker is
Trent
outside of
texted me
his
the next day and was
mind.
like, yo, you need to hop off on that Usman.
I literally texted him the next day, bro.
And I literally texted
Dang.
him, I was like, pin this clip.
That is wild.
Yeah. But no, like I said, it's drastic. Obviously, I think the Titans and the Colts should win this division, hands down on paper. But that A.J. Brown loss is huge for the Titans. And
Huge.
if Derrick, I'm curious, can Derrick, I mean, I think Derrick Henry's a freak. So if he's one person to do it, he would do it. But, I mean, these 400 touches got to slow down eventually. Like, just eventually.
Yeah, how much was he running in Bama? The man was getting 2,000 yards in high school. I mean, like he
He didn't fucking play really until his Heisman year.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Bama fucking imports
They-
running backs
yeah.
like crazy, so makes
I
sense.
think Kenyon Drake started over him, I believe.
That's
before.
fucking wild.
He just got cut.
I was about to say he's about to be up out of there too. So,
Yeah, he just got cut from Oakland.
well, to me, it's like this is Derrick Henry's seventh. It's gonna be his 7th season, if I'm correct.
16, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and every year he's just slowly excelled. I mean, he was on pace last year before he got hurt. He had 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns, and then not last year, but the year before that he had 2,000. He had 2,000
He had
yards and
1,500
17
last year.
touchdowns. No, last year
His last full season. His
2
last
years
full
ago.
season. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, and then before he got hurt, he was on pace. So I just got to see some type of him slowing down before I can put anyone above him.
Yeah, but the thing is, running
I
back
mean-
slow down first.
For
Like
sure.
if anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be running back
but-
going into his 7th
Yeah, I
year
mean,
off of an
But
injury.
to anyone
How
that
many
could
running
beat
backs
it, I
have
could
we-
see him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was getting at. We don't and haven't seen, other than Bo Jackson, a guy
I mean, it's fair.
with that stature. I mean,
it's fair. Adrian Peterson came back, some would say better after he tore his ACL. So I mean, he could have a hell of a year, but for me, Jonathan Taylor's younger. Like he was RB1 last year. I think he's gonna do it again. And like I said,
I mean, I can't sit here and say you're saying some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
because
it definitely
they're both
could
good
happen.
backs.
my
I just
they're
prefer
they're
Henry.
They're
Yeah.
1 and 2, 1A, 1B. Like I wouldn't be mad if anybody said the other one.
I wish we could have seen a full season out of Derrick Henry. The
Last
guy,
season.
Are you saying for the season?
yeah, I mean,
No, I'm saying
he
they're
was-
1A, 1B as in best
Yeah.
running back in the league.
for
Yes.
sure.
No, not.
Who you like, Ant?
He likes
I'll,
CMC. He's a
you know, I'll
Bengals fan.
put CMC over JT any day of the week. From a receiving and a
Is that
rushing
biased?
aspect, he is literally
No,
You
Jonathan
biased?
Taylor is
Biased?
that guy,
he is
brother.
the fantasy god.
Yeah,
But he's
fantasy,
hurt all the time.
Fantasy wise.
Well, I said give him a full season. If he can play a full season,
he's-
on paper he'll destroy him in all stats.
Yeah,
Total
Sorry,
yards.
I
not all
I-
stats. Stop
I-
it. Jonathan
I can't
Taylor's a
agree.
better runner of a football.
Total yards, and
From
touchdowns.
scrimmage, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you total yards. He'll because his receiving game is crazy. But Jonathan Taylor is a better runner of the football than Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey is a better
agree.
receiving back.
By
But
far.
yeah,
I would say
it's
total,
close.
total yards.
Is he the
total
best receiving back in the league?
Who?
healthy.
Jonathan
CMC?
Taylor's up there.
CMC.
Kamara's up
CMC,
there.
CMC,
100%.
AK, and then you could argue JT. JT's probably in that 3 to 5 range.
It's close. I like
When you-
Aaron
when-
Jones.
when-
I think
when you
Aaron
look-
Jones.
I like
you
Aaron
look at-
Jones
when
too.
you look at
Eckler,
both
I
of
mean,
them,
all
'cause
these guys can catch.
there's pure, yeah, but see, I'm taking JT running the ball over Eckler, and I don't think that's close.
No, we're just saying receiving. Who's the
Right,
best?
Yeah, I
but
was
I'm,
just-
but I'm
Yeah,
saying,
see,
dude, but when
that's
receiving,
all
you
you're
have
good for.
receiving backs
Yeah.
though. Like you got like JD McKissic's a hell of a receiving back, but he's not going to be a number one running back anywhere. Like JT can do it both sides.
He
And
has
that's why I'm saying
whole
3 to 5.
package.
Like that's why I'm saying 3 to 5.
Yeah.
CMC and AK can both run and catch. JT can do that. Aaron Jones is a good name because I think his receiving volume is going to go crazy this year with no Adams. So that's a good name.
I don't. AJ Dillon, I think, is going to take the spotlight from that guy
on the goal line. On the goal line.
I think he's going to be
a production 1-2 punch.
Yeah. I agree, but I think AJ Dillon's going to lead them in carries this year.
I mean, I don't mind it.
I stay away from Packers running backs anyway.
Yeah,
I'd say DeAndre Swift's a better catcher than JT too. Just give you a heads up.
I like Swift.
I mean, there's probably a bunch, but
yeah.
whole package.
Yeah,
he's the best.
I'm saying total yards from line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, I think JT has more yards than DeAndre Swift from line of scrimmage.
I'm saying CMC over JT is the main argument.
Okay, but Sacon Barkley were both of them.
He's got to stay healthy.
CMC got to stay healthy. You can't make that argument, bro. Like
I'm just saying. You give full season.
That's like Big Ben telling Deshawn not to touch women. Like you can't say that.
Okay. Well, let's just say this: if CMC, here's the comment: if he stays healthy this year, he'll have the most yards as a running
CMC
back.
And Sacon Barkley both have a healthy season.
I'm sorry,
Sacon Barkley is having more yards from scrimmage.
That's too tough for me.
This is just CMC. If they're both healthy, I don't see him coming close to fucking JT in yards. I mean, at most, I give CMC 1,500. JT probably close to the same as he did last year.
From scrimmage? I don't know, because last full season saw some CMC push 2,000. I don't know, because he puts up like 11, 12 running and like 800, 900 receiving.
Okay, so here's my argument then. You're expecting the same production when he hasn't played, but we can't expect the same production from Derrick Henry?
I'm saying that's what Anthony's saying. I don't think CMC
does I'm saying, if they're healthy,
Derrick Henry's coming back healthy. I mean,
they're not taking touches away from CMC. The Titans are taking touches from Derrick Henry.
Who came out and said that?
The Titans.
When? I never saw anything about that.
I'm saying the same thing about JT. Naeem Hines is taking his receiving yards too.
No, I mean nobody said CMC's going to get the same amount of touches as he did previously.
I mean,
I feel like he's gonna have to though.
If we're gonna be competitive, he's got to 100%.
Who's their backup back?
Dante Foreman.
Oh, okay. You did say that.
That's it.
Yeah. I like Foreman.
Chuba Hubbard,
Texas guy. Yeah. I was big on Hubbard.
I was too, and then last year he just dropped the ball. He wasn't really good at all.
Search high and low. They never came out and said no dumb shit like that.
He was trying to be like, hey, bro, look.
They did say that about JT though.
And you can see it. I see videos on Instagram all the time that Hines is getting the fucking ball a lot, and at least as of right now.
Yeah.
Well, talking about
you heard it from
sophomore
seasons from Derrick Henry.
Sophomore seasons. Trevor Lawrence. Do you guys see? Well, obviously we know Ant is, but do you guys think he's going to take a step in the right direction?
Yeah.
Or do you think he was overhyped?
Yeah.
No.
It's only
I'm a big college guy. He's one of the best college quarterbacks I've ever seen. They just added
behind Tebow, right?
No. I mean, come on now. I mean, they just gave him everything he could want and then some. I mean, coming off of what he had last year.
Got his college running back, got an actual head coach, got an offense that's going to work for him.
The pieces are falling in place.
He has
what's that defense look like in Jacksonville?
Solid.
Well, they drafted that linebacker from Georgia.
They got Trayvon Walker too, and he snapped in his first region game.
He's and then Josh Allen on
Josh Allen on their side.
Yeah.
What's their secondary looking like? Are they going to be in a lot of shoutouts? Is it going to be a lot of high scoring games? Because if that's the case, I'm not big on Jacksonville, so I don't know what their secondary looks like anymore. But
not in this division.
But the teams they play though, I mean, they're not going to be able to stop that's a lot of shootouts. You know what I mean? I mean, Trevor Lawrence is going to have the opportunity to throw the fuck out of the football. So he's in the position. I think we see big numbers. I think his interceptions drop down drastically. I think in college he was used to being able to throw the ball and beat corners just because speed and talent wasn't there. In the NFL, everybody's just as fast as your receivers are. So I think he's learned that part of it. He takes care of the ball better this year, and we're going to see it. Don't count him out, bro. Peyton Manning threw fucking dumb picks his first year.
Yeah,
I wonder
So did
Yeah.
If you're
Herbert.
confident enough to take him in the draft, Anthony.
What happened?
I said, I wonder if you're confident enough to take him in fantasy.
No, we're in what, a
That's-
10-man league?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
10
too many
man.
there's too many quarterbacks.
Yeah, if we were like in 14,
If
maybe.
we were in a 10-man super flex where I could put a quarterback down in our flex, I would
Yeah.
take Trevor Lawrence.
Or like double quarterbacks, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Nah, not in a 10-man. There's no fucking way.
no.
There's that.
Maybe
no.
maybe a bye week. He'd be my favorite bye week quarterback.
That's true.
Depending on the bye week.
Yeah,
That'd be the week he goes against Jalen Ramsey.
maybe.
No.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk is gonna have 0 catches that game.
He's the
Or
next wave.
negative yards.
He's the next wave. That's it.
Yeah. He's the next guy. He's the next guy.
Next, final question about this division. Davis Mills, tank year, or is he their guy? I think we all know the answer to this.
Ant touched on it. So I'm not as aggressive as Ant or Johnny was saying he's not good at football. I mean, when you look at the quarterbacks out of the draft class last year, he outperformed all of them except for Mac Jones. So if we're sitting here, we're giving all these other guys chances because of situations. Why are you not doing the same thing for Davis Mills?
True.
But I think those teams are worse.
Than the Texans? You just said they're the worst team in the NFL.
No. Last year, I think the Bears situation was worse than the Texans. At least they had
Bears suck.
Yeah,
I
I think
Allen Robinson.
they just took him off the field for some reason.
But
And
he was on the field. He wasn't
and
getting the
then
ball.
Jags.
Yeah. No, it doesn't get any worse than that.
Yeah, with Urban Meyer, man, he was trying to sleep with other women and shit at bars, man. No.
I don't know. Like I said, if you're willing to give all these other guys second chances, Davis Mills, he deserves the opportunity. And now, is he going to do anything with it? You heard my record. They're
Okay.
4-13.
Well, I mean,
they're going to get a quarterback. But
we're giving all these guys second chances. I'm just not willing to give this guy a third chance. This coming year is his second chance.
Yeah.
They're only going to win 3 games.
that's what I'm saying. It's not like they're out on him. I think they're giving him this chance to go ahead and prove it. Like I don't think the Texans are out on him. I don't think they win games this year because their schedule sucks and they're not a good team. But I don't think CJ Stroud comes in and makes them a fucking 8-win team either, as good as he is.
Not.
Right. But you're going to be willing to give him 4 years.
Yeah, but that will sell you some tickets. At least there's some promise behind it.
But you see what I'm saying? That's why I don't know. It's hard to say. It's the second year. Wait till this year. Let me get a couple games in, see how he's performing.
He may not win more games, but he will put you in a better situation to win games by far. You can't help it that the roster is just not there.
I hope the Texans surprise everybody and win fucking. So what's the Texans' number? How many games they need to win before they look like Davis Mills and they're like, okay, wait, hold on, we might have something here to develop. How many games do they need to win for you guys for them to be like, if
7.
you were 7 with that roster,
6 for me.
Man, if they beat the Colts or the Titans,
They could squeeze one game though. They could
No.
get one of those. No,
Johnny said he's not good at football. See, they better not win a game. He's in the
No,
NFL.
they're going to win 3.
He's the guy with the ostrich neck.
So
right?
they need to.
Matt Jones won a game with only throwing 3 passes. I think Davis Mills can win 3.
You're saying they need to win double what you think they're going to win, and some, for Davis Mills to maybe be a guy. Because you only got him winning 3, so for them to win 7 games, that means they fucking shit on predictions. Like,
I mean, from
so
what's
he
coming,
snaps. He would have to
no,
go crazy for them to win 7.
What I'm
games.
saying is, for me to pass up on what's coming in next year, yes.
Okay.
At least 7.
Okay. I see what you're saying. All right. I don't hate Davis.
How many quarterbacks are coming out next year? I know of like 2.
CJ Stroud and Bryson Young.
Is there a 3rd and 4th? No.
I mean, JT Daniels.
Yeah,
he's going to be one. Pitt's quarterback. I can't think of his name.
Pitt, their quarterback just came into the draft. They got another one?
No, it's USC transfer.
Okay. Yeah, you know more about that than I do. I just know Kenny Pickett came from Pitt. So
yeah, I'll give you credit, Johnny. Yeah, if he wins like 5 or 6 and pulls themselves out of that draft slots, then he has to be the guy, right?
Yeah, Johnny said 7 though.
Man, if they don't come last in their division, he has to be their next quarterback.
That's literally if they take 3rd, and I don't care how many games it is. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
You beat Trevor Lawrence, Ryan Tannehill, or Matt Ryan. Trevor Lawrence is the next guy up. Matt Ryan is an MVP caliber quarterback, and Ryan Tannehill has been an NFL starter. Matt Ryan won an MVP.
Oh, I thought you meant like now.
No. And Ryan Tannehill has been an NFL starter his whole career. So if you beat any of those quarterbacks out and take third, I gotta go with you. I gotta see what you get. If I build a team around you, what can you do? That's when you see what they're doing with Jalen Hurts. That's when you bring in the receivers and you give him weapons and you see what he can do with somebody other than Brandon Cooks. Personally.
Yeah, sure.
Nah.
Nope, not for me.
No can do. Well, Anthony, go ahead and I know you said you got something cooked up for us.
Yeah,
The would you rather? Let me hear what you got for us.
I got something slight cooked up for you guys. So with the would you rather, for the QB edition, I would say it's just more of a Matt Ryan edition. If this dude is supposed to win their division, would
I like that.
So right now, as of right now, would you take him over
Like going into this season, right?
Yeah. Would you take him over Mac Jones in the current situation?
Ooh.
Who?
No.
Ryan.
I'd take Mac Jones. On the Colts,
Ooh.
Mac Jones.
On the Colts. If
Mac
you
Jones.
if you substituted them,
Oh, okay.
you would win better. Would you rather?
You guys think about
I'd
this?
go Matt Ryan. If it's on the Colts, yeah, I'm Matt Ryan.
I'd honestly probably go Matt Ryan in both places, to be honest.
I'm going Mac Jones.
I feel like Bill Belichick could make Matt Ryan work, and
He's been in the league for fucking 12 years. You're not changing this guy. He's a fucking gunslinger. Yeah. He's going to turn the ball over. You're not changing
that is why I want Mac Jones in Indy. When you have Jonathan Taylor, all you got to do is not turn the ball over, and you'll win 9 games. That's all Carson Wentz did last year, was throw 27-7. He's got better receivers in Indy than he had in New England last year, and he's got a better running game and a better defense. Mac Jones not turning the ball over.
That's not all you got to do. Not turning the ball over had them lose to the Jags twice last year and miss the playoffs. So you got to do a little more than just not turn the ball.
Okay, so imagine if you turn the ball over, how many games did they lose?
That's true.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
All right. Well, the next one, I think these next couple ones are gonna be pretty fast and easy. So I'm assuming you guys would take.
Well, hold on. Are you taking Mac Jones or are you taking Matt Ryan? Who are you taking?
I don't think Mac Jones gets over the hump either. I think you might as well.
I don't think either one of them go over the hump. Yeah. But I'm saying if I was the Colts, I'm taking Mac Jones. All right, cool.
All right. Would you rather take Matt Ryan or Jared Goff?
Jared Goff.
Matt Ryan.
All right,
mute him. We got a mute button for this guy over here.
I'm Matt Ryan.
I'd probably take Matt Ryan.
What?
Trent, you're taking Jared Goff over Matt Ryan?
Jared, bro, week 1, week 2, week 3. Check Jared Goff's box score, bro. My man about to be lighting it up.
I'm sure he will. I mean, they added weapons for him, but he's not better at football.
He's not better than Matt Ryan, bro.
Matt Ryan is old, bro. I'm taking Jared Goff.
Tom Brady's 45 years old.
I love how Anthony
he's not Thomas.
Yeah, I'm not saying he is, but
this is gonna be easy.
You're just saying old. I mean, that means nothing to me.
Right, and Jared Goff is young, and he got a fucking massive contract, and then a year later, the Rams were like, "Yo, this guy is not it." Like,
I feel like they just saw a better opportunity. He's not it.
No, it literally wasn't it. He was
the number 1 pick for a reason, bro. He can play football.
All right.
I mean, however you want to spin it.
That's to be continued one of the worst QB classes we've seen.
Still the number 1 pick.
All right, here's another one. So this one's more towards Dono, but do you think Matt Ryan was would you take Matt Ryan over Carson Wentz? Do you think that was a better improvement?
Nope.
I'm taking Matt Ryan. Yes.
I'll probably take Matt Ryan too, just because. I mean, I like Carson Wentz too, though. Look, my time.
And here I'm gonna say it before he even starts. We don't know what Carson Wentz is with a number 1 receiver and Terry McLaurin. We know it's coming.
Not even that, but I'm saying if you put Matt Ryan, so I'm not big on Matt Ryan in general. I wasn't planning on saying Matt Ryan's name at all, but you said Jared Goff. Like, that's just disrespectful at that point. But I told y'all when we talked about this the other week, I would take when Kobe and him was on, I would take Carson Wentz over Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan has always had a bailout guy. He's always had Julio Jones. He's always had Calvin Ridley. He's always had Tony Gonzalez. He does not have that in Indy. And that's why I said the only way this works in Indy with the way he throws the ball is if Michael Pittman steps the fuck up and becomes a true number one receiver. If that happens, then by all means, if Michael Pittman can become that guy, then I would take Matt Ryan too. But in this situation, I think Matt Ryan turns the ball over, which takes the ball out of Jonathan Taylor's hands, which puts them down. So now I have to throw the ball even more, and you're eliminating the best part of your game. So for that reason, I wouldn't take Matt Ryan. I didn't like that matchup in Indy anyway. I thought they would have went with a guy like Jimmy G who can manage a game and not lose it for you. Matt Ryan will he'll have a game with 3 to 4 picks. Like, I don't like the situation he's in. That's why I'm gonna say I wouldn't take Matt Ryan. I would take Carson Wentz in Indy over Matt Ryan.
All right. Well, the next one, I'll take Matt Ryan too. But would you take Matt Ryan or Ryan Tannehill?
Matt Ryan.
All right. These are the easy ones, right?
Yeah, Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
All right. So
I
this
don't know.
Joe, so hold on. Matt Ryan was a clear
That's a
cut over
coin flip.
Carson Wentz, but not over Ryan
So
Tannehill.
Carson Wentz or
Wentz
Tannehill
isn't that
over
good.
Wentz?
Like, he's in the same fucking pool as Carson Wentz.
But you said it easy for Carson Wentz. You ain't say it easy for Ryan Tannehill. Like,
Yeah,
that's
well, Tannehill's
Johnny.
better than Wentz. I mean, that's
Wow.
All right. Here's the last one. Hopefully this one's easier. Would you take Matt Ryan or Daniel Jones?
Matt Ryan. That's not even.
yeah.
Hey, I know a lot of people are expecting Daniel Jones to have a big year.
No one is
I
doing
was just
that.
waiting to see if someone would say that. All right.
You probably
No,
know
a lot of people have said that.
I don't know a lot.
I can tell you live up north near New York fans.
Okay. So the running back one was kind of squeezed out because mine was going to be the JT edition and then CMC and Derrick Henry right after it. So I'm going to move to the wide receiver edition. This is based off this situation this year because Dono kind of hit on the head. Michael Pittman has to develop or this season's going to go to shit fast.
Mm-hmm.
However,
the Birds.
Current situation.
He's got the quarterback.
So this isn't talent-wise. It's based off that wide receiver and their situation, not if he came on the team. So would you take Michael Pittman in his current situation over DJ Moore in Carolina's situation?
No.
I'm taking DJ Moore.
Yeah, I mean, he's still
Baker?
going to be that guy in Carolina.
But
And he got to upgrade with Baker.
Right this second, I'm taking DJ Moore. But don't be surprised if Michael Pittman goes fucking crazy.
Okay.
If he can make that step, it'll be a better discussion halfway through the season. But right now, it's DJ Moore. Right now.
Would you take Michael Pittman in his current situation or AJ Brown in his current situation?
Pittman.
Yeah.
Who's going to do better statistically? Like
Pittman. He'll have a better year.
Devontae Smith is going.
Yeah,
I
Devontae Smith is going to have a better year than AJ Brown. 100%.
Yeah.
I heard he's
this year.
he's untouchable in camp right now.
Yeah, then no, bro. Did you go ahead.
Here's a good one. Michael Pittman or Scary Terry?
Terry.
I'm gonna take Terry. Yeah, I'm rocking with Terry.
I mean, Pittman, I think will put up better numbers, but he's not.
I wanted to say Pittman just to make Donna's blood boil.
I agree with Johnny. I think if you're looking at it like as a fantasy perspective, I would take Pittman.
Numbers. Yeah.
I would take Pittman before I took Terry based on that. But I'm doing that because, like I said, Pittman has a quarterback who is going to throw him the ball 10 times a game, and Terry's not going to see those kind of targets.
I thought you said that was going to happen this year with him having Carson Wentz.
Terry's going to be open.
You did say that.
Terry's going to be.
You told me. You said he's going to be getting all the targets this year.
No, Trent. That is literally the opposite of what I've been saying this whole time. Is that he finally has help, so he's going to be open more.
But for that. With that being said, if he's open, he should get the damn ball. Right?
Yeah, a good quarterback's going to get him the ball if he's open.
Yeah. But... All right, here's the next one. Would you take Michael Pittman in his current situation, or would you take T. Higgins in Cincinnati?
Pittman.
Numbers wise.
Pittman.
I don't know, man. Number 2's thrive. You seen what CeeDee Lamb did as number 2. All the defense going to be keen on Jamar Chase. I'm still taking Pittman, but it's closer.
I thought it was closer because I think
y'all made it sound. Y'all sounded easy on that. I think T. Higgins as a number 2 is gonna get a lot of volume. He's gonna get a lot of touchdowns.
Well, I just think of the other players they have there too, though.
Yeah, but in that offense, Joe Burrow's
Chase
throwing the ball 40 times.
Okay, so
I mean, and 10 of those are to Boyd too. Then you got Mixon. They were big on tight end last year. Who's their tight end this year? I know CJ left.
Yeah,
Remember in those?
I just watched him on a podcast and he was talking about who the backup was. I can't think of his name.
I think that's closer than you guys thought it was, but I'd still take
I
Pittman,
mean,
though.
I'm not saying it's not close. I'm just saying I think Pittman.
I'm taking Pittman every time.
I have two
Wow.
more. So the next one is: would you take Michael Pittman in his current situation, or would you take DK Metcalf in his current situation?
Pittman. Who the fuck's throwing DK the ball?
DK. I'm taking DK. He's the only one there. He's gonna have to put up numbers. So you're telling me they're not gonna put up no numbers offensively in Seattle?
He's not the. Yeah, I mean, I can't agree saying he's the only one that Tyler Lockett's going to get the ball.
Yeah, bro, stop it. Tyler Lockett's a better number 2 than who? Who's their number 2?
I don't know.
Is it Pascal? Or did he just go to Philly? One of the receivers went to
Is he
Philly.
still Ty?
Oh shit, fucking Ty
Is
is still there. Jesus, I forgot about him.
Is he still there?
He was a stud for like 3 years.
All right.
Yeah, he was there last year.
I think Johnny will like this one. Would you take Michael Pittman in his current situation, or would you take one of them Bronco wide receivers, Judy or is it Sutton?
Judy.
Taking Judy.
No, I'm just saying. Would you take one of those guys over Michael Pittman, or would you take Michael Pittman in his situation?
I would take Judy over Pittman, but I would take Pittman over Sutton.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Same. I like that.
I would take Sutton's touchdowns over Pittman's, and no, I'll take Judy's yards over Pittman's. Yeah, I don't know. So that's how I'd look at it.
Yeah, I'm taking Judy over Pittman, and I'm taking Pittman over Sutton. That's how that goes. It goes Judy, Pittman, Sutton.
All right, that's the end of the would you rather edition.
Okay, by the way, the Bengals tight ends Hayden Hurst.
Ooh.
Okay,
that's who they got.
Okay.
So that's
one more to touch on that, just because I just thought about it. Michael Pittman, yeah, that's what I thought he was gonna say,
Yeah.
or Rashad Bateman.
I was going to, but I don't know. I put that on the list, but I thought it was way far off, in my opinion.
I think it's close.
I think, and the reason is Lamar's only ever had one receiver and his tight end, and Hollywood Brown, if he doesn't drop the ball 3 times a game, he put up crazy numbers last year. And I think Rashad Bateman's a better receiver than Hollywood Brown.
From the post I was seeing today, Bateman's top 10 for fantasy wide receivers coming in this year.
They expect him to have.
I think Bateman's going to get a lot of TDs. I don't see the yards because he doesn't. I see him moving chains.
Mark Andrews is still his guy.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I might still take Pittman, but
yeah,
I wanted to throw it out there.
That one.
He was further down.
It's probably going to be a coin flip for me. I'm big on Bateman and J.K. Dobbins this year. Sleepers for your fantasy.
They ain't sleepers, bro. I did 4 mock drives yesterday, and J.K. Dobbins was going in the 3rd round in every single one of them.
I'm telling you, he's going to put up fucking numbers if he stays healthy.
Yeah, and they put Gus on the POP list too.
The pup, yeah.
Yep.
Big things are coming.
So Dobbins could be the breakout player, you say, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
stop giving Trent ammo, bro.
He averaged. I mean, in the few carries he was getting, he averaged over 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, and it's just the same thing with Lamar on their side.
Speaking about some players, I wanted to hear your guys' next season or this upcoming season awards, break down how it's looking. So I want to start with the MVP. Then I want to do the coach of the year, defensive player, offensive player, offensive rookie, defensive rookie, and then the comeback player of the year. So go ahead, Johnny, you start us off with this. MVP. Actually, yeah, let's just go through MVP. Everyone go through their MVP like that.
I'm going fucking Mahomes.
Mahomes?
Yeah. I think he's about to put up fucking
interesting.
Stupid
I was
numbers.
surprised.
But
interesting.
I mean, I thought about what you said a while ago with Hurts.
Who?
Hurts. Him. I mean, if I can put 3 guys up there, I think Mahomes, Hurts, and Lamar put up crazy numbers. But yeah, I mean, Mahomes is the best player in football, and I think he's going to show it.
Do you think he got the number 1 player on the top 100? Do you think he is the best player in football?
No, because it's going off of last year. So
Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I mean, he's fresh off a Super Bowl too. Yeah.
All right, Ant. I see you looking over there real hard. What you
My
thinking,
MVP
big
would be
dog?
easy answer is Josh Allen because I think they'll be the best team.
Yeah, did you end up putting the money on that?
Nah,
Like
man,
we
his odds
said?
are so
Nah.
low. There's no value. But
What was it?
what were you saying?
I said, what was it? Like plus 700 or something like
Something
that?
slight like that, yeah. And like one injury takes that away easily.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Russ. Russ is my dark horse. I'm gonna stand by it. Russ Wilson. If they have any shot of winning that division, he's gotta fucking cook. So I'm taking Russ Wilson.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm
Don.
standing on mine. Y'all heard me the first time I brought it up. Lamar Jackson, baby. And I like what he said that start of week 1. Don't ask him no questions. He's him and his agent. Don't ask him nothing about his fucking contract. He's here to play football. And when it's time to get paid, the Ravens will take care of him. So
I like that
Lamar,
answer.
he's all business. It's gonna be a hell of a year. Good year to be a Ravens fan.
I don't think he has an agent, does he?
Nope.
I heard he's doing
That's
it all
crazy.
the time. So that's like stressing his ass out.
It
Maybe
used to be
that-
his mom. but-
Maybe that's why he said that shit.
Yeah.
Don't fucking talk to me. What about you, Trey?
Well, I said it before. I'm rocking with my man Herbert. I picked them to win the Super Bowl. So obviously, with that being the case, he's gonna be at the top of the throne. So I think he's gonna have a big year. But similar with like those players, I liked Hurts when you first brought that to my attention.
Yeah.
But then you kind of like swayed me away from it. I don't know. I feel
Dude,
like you
like-
have a
Two
Yeah,
boomer
good
busts
way
with
of
him.
doing that.
Yeah, 1 week he looks amazing. 1 week I'm just like,
Bro, it's not even week to week, bro. Cause I got it on my Twitter feed. One practice, he threw 7 touchdowns, no picks, went 14 for 15. And the very next practice, he went 3 for 11 with 5
exactly.
interceptions. Like, I don't know what I'm getting out of this man,
But
bro.
other than Washington, I see him torching those other defenses.
Yeah.
He's torching
So-
Washington.
Yeah, Herbert.
You think so?
Our corners are ass. Bro, we
Well,
look
no, I
bad.
meant-
Kendall Fuller.
I meant
Kendall
Hurts.
Fuller
I
looked
meant
good.
Hurts.
Yeah, Hurts is torching us. Our
You
corners.
think he's
are.
gonna torch you
And
guys?
yes,
He's
and
got
he's-
the receivers to do
Yes,
it too.
and he's
Yes.
mobile, and he's mobile enough to get away from our best part of our team, which is a pass rush. He's mobile enough to get away from that, and that's why I think if, like you said, if we get swept in division, it'll be against Philly because Jalen Hurts, boomer bust. He, depending on how he decides to play that game, he could go crazy.
Well, Herbert was my backup behind Russ. So it's one of those two.
Big Herb. All right, let's hit the coach of the year. And you start us off with that one.
Well, if my prediction comes correct and the Jags somehow steal the division, Doug Peterson's coach of the year.
Hands down, bro. If that happens, yeah. Better
Yeah,
give that man 2 awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. He'll get inducted into the Coach Hall of Fame just off this season.
It'll be
Fuck
him
the
or the
Super Bowl.
Vikings coach. I'll be honest. I'm being a little biased, but it's gonna be one of those two coaches.
You think Kevin O'Connell has a chance?
Yeah. If they win the NFC North and they make
That's
if they're like-
mine.
if they're 1 or 2 in the NFC when it comes all said and done, yeah, he has to win it.
So mine is a first year head coach, and if my prediction is correct, and when I picked the Broncos to win the AFC West, it's got to be Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, that's the toughest division in football. First year head coach,
Oh yeah.
and you can't not give it to that guy. And looking at who that division has to play, also.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with Johnny, except different coach, Brandon Staley. If the Chargers live up to the hype and he turned this team around from being able to draft Justin Herbert to taking him all the way deep into playoffs, #1 seed, get the bye, I think Brandon Staley's got a good shot at that. So
Yep.
I think you win the hardest division in football, you get coach of the year. And like I said, that division, I think that division winner comes out 11 or 12 wins. So it's hard not to give it to that guy.
Like it. Defensive
But-
player of the year?
I did like the Kevin O'Connell answer.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did like
rocking
that
him.
one. I did like
For
that
sure.
answer.
All right.
Mine is Micah Parsons.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean that's my guy. We know I fucking ride or die Ohio State. He was my favorite college football player the year he came out. The guy is a fucking freak. He didn't even play his last year, and still his first year, he comes out and just says the NFL's easier than college, and it showed. I mean, finished second in sacks last year, I think. Am I right?
yeah, and that was off of like a third of the pass rush attempts that TJ
Yeah.
Watt got. and with no help me, Randy Gregory.
He's a freak athlete.
Yeah,
it's really crazy.
More pass rush. I'm gonna go. I agree with you 100%. Micah Parsons was mine for that reason alone. When Randy Gregory came back, they kind of put him. He blitzed or not blitzed, but rushed even less, which hurt him. He could have been the rookie defensive player of the year and defensive player of the year last year, and it wouldn't have been a shock to anybody the way he was balling out. If he had a third of TJ Watt's pass. Imagine if he had half, or imagine if he had the same amount of pass rushes as TJ Watt does.
Yeah.
And he's so versatile, man. Micah Parsons is the best defensive player in football behind Aaron Donald.
Absolutely.
So
and he can do
so
much.
And for some reason, Aaron Donald just doesn't win that award, even though he's arguably the best player in football. He doesn't win defensive player of the year every year. So
True.
Crazy. What you thinking, Ant?
I'm gonna say if the Chargers are the real deal, I'm going with Nick Bosa.
Joey.
Or Joey. Whatever. One of the Bosas. Yeah. Joey Bosa.
I'm right there with you. My man Tyson came on what was 2 episodes ago, and that was his future lock. So
don't be surprised if
rocking
Khalil
with
Mack
it.
steals the show.
Either one of them.
He'll help Joey.
I think they're gonna have big ears. They're not gonna be able to double him like that.
You can't double team either one of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just not possible. One of them.
So whoever gets there first.
They're both gonna have great years, but one of them's gonna have to do better.
Yeah.
You can't fucking take 4 guys to block 2.
No.
Yep.
Not at all.
So, other side of the field, offense, what y'all think?
Easy answer, Justin Jefferson. That to me is the easy answer. I think if I was gonna put money down on it, I bet his odds are he's probably favorited, damn near. Ant, you probably have that on top of your head because you live on FanDuel.
I think he was. I saw that. I think he was second.
Yeah, you're a degenerate. You love FanDuel so much. Justin Jefferson's the easy answer. That's what I went with. I took this a little bit too serious. I wish I had thought more into like the sleeper guys. Like Kevin O'Connell to me, I think it would have been a great head coach just because that division. But yeah, Justin Jefferson, easy answer.
Yeah.
Guys.
Go ahead, Johnny.
I mean, that's the first name that came to mind. I kind of forgot we're going through this topic, but when I really thought about it, if the Broncos do what I say or think they're going to do, it's got to be Jerry Jeudy.
So the Broncos are winning every award.
Them or the Chargers.
Facts.
I think Justin Jefferson would be my answer. But it sucks to say this because I'm giving ideas to Trent when it comes to fantasy football. But a guy I think is going to get tons of garbage statistics and he's just going to show out. I hate to say this, but it's not even a wide receiver. I actually think Kyle Pitts is going to be in the running for Offensive Player of the Year.
He's a dog. That's my guy right there.
I think you're going to see a massive breakout year, and it's just because they're going to be behind every single game.
Yeah, and I thought about that, and I think that's why he won't. I mean, you're not going to see it.
Trust me, I agree.
You're not going to. Yeah, a 4-win team.
But he'll be tight end 1. That's my.
Yeah. My God, yeah.
You trust Mariota getting him the ball?
Desmond Ritter.
Man, I don't even care. I've been watching his preseason. This dude's burning.
He's around him. Yeah, just put it around the motherfucker.
Yeah,
he's huge. What was yours, Trent?
Mine was a player we actually took a good bit of time talking about earlier, and that's Jonathan Taylor. Him
like it.
Or Derrick Henry. Those were my 2. I had to go with a running back. We've seen what he did last year, and I think we all agree that both of those players are going to have big years. So,
back in. Okay.
Sleeper player though, Sacon Barkley, Offensive Player of the Year.
If you're doing running backs, I'm doing someone from the Vikings. I'm doing Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook?
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason receiver I feel like just wins that award just because of that's a pass heavy league now. But if I was gonna pick a running back to do it, it'd be Saquon.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said it too, because I mean MVP is always a quarterback. Mm-hmm. They're not going to give them the fucking both awards. So the next one's going to be.
I think Cooper Kupp was the favorite. Best odds.
Yeah. I Justin Jefferson right behind him, I believe.
Yeah.
I like this one the most. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think this could be close.
Brees Hall. Brees Hall by
Brees
a
Hall
mile.
easy, hands down.
Yep.
I don't know.
Is Michael Carter dead or something? Like, is he not going to touch the ball?
He's
Who?
splitting. He's Michael Carter, the running back from last year.
Brees
They're
Hall.
They're splitting carries. At least 60-40.
Yeah.
But
Ant kind of talked me into the Chris Olave one.
Dude, 100%. Michael Thomas
Yeah, I
is
threw
he's
some money
fighting
down
a
on that.
hamstring injury right now. Like, it's Chris Olave and by a landslide.
so I got two, and touching on your Kyle Pitts, offensive player of the year. It's the reason I leaned Drake London for offensive rookie of the year. They're gonna be down a lot. Kyle Pitts is gonna be the focal point, meaning he's not. Drake London's getting, again, you guys hear me call it all the time, and you're getting easier coverage. It's just easier to do the job, right? The next one is the rookie quarterback that's probably gonna start week 1. Kenny Pickett. If Kenny Pickett starts week 1, he's the only rookie quarterback starting, and he will go crazy. So if they get Pittsburgh to 9 wins like Trent thinks they're gonna have, Kenny Pickett.
Let's go, baby.
Rookie of the year.
Let's go. Wait till I come on here about week 6, because that's when we're gonna get the tires rolling. You know what I mean? I'm be talking big shit.
9 wins.
That Trent Trent. Mike Tomlin does not go below 500.
Yeah.
I must have missed
It
that.
hasn't. It's
It was
never
the first-
happened.
it was the first
Since it's
episode
never
we ever
happened,
did.
you might as well put the fucking bank on it. Then.
What's Johnny saying? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Hey,
That's
so I got
exactly.
a question, Trent. Y'all held me to my standard when I said Washington. I'm taking the
All right.
over 8.5, and I put your money where your mouth is. Bet the house on it.
Yeah.
I put mine down. Sent you the stuff. Where's your bread at on this Pittsburgh over there? Because we hit the same over under.
I bet a lot. I bet often. So that ain't nothing to me.
So
I ain't scared to put money on my team either.
You bet a lot. Let's put a lot of money on it then. How about that?
I'll put a lot of money. Hey,
I'm not trying to see
I'll
no
put a lot of money
Trent.
once you stop being scared of this fantasy league. That's when I put a lot of money
Trent
on.
said he needs your money to cover that money.
Here's the thing. I would, but if we're not confident enough to stick by what we're drafting, I mean,
I understand, but that's a normal thing, though. That's a normal thing. That's standard.
Yeah,
I mean,
trades are standard in the league, bro.
Get ready for the first poll Get ready for the polls, man. Should trades be allowed in fantasy football? Yes.
Truly, no? I don't care if you're as a man. if I'm looking
as a man
and I can hand pick,
but Johnny,
there's no buts to me. There's
trade. I don't make trades myself. But I'm saying that is a standard thing in the league.
Let's say this.
It's normal.
Brees Hall is your offensive rookie of the year, right?
Yep.
Let's just say Joe Schmo got Brees Hall.
Right. So listen, whenever I make decisions, I always try to put myself in other people's shoes. I listened to what you were saying about that, and I even texted it. I tried to work with you. I was like, all right, so if you take someone I want, by the end of the draft, I'm looking at everybody's teams.
Right.
I should know by then who picked someone I might like. Why can't we fucking trade then? I don't need to wait 10 weeks down the road to know that I like Chris Olave. I know right now I like him. Maybe so I understand maybe round 4, I'm like, I kind of want to wait 1 round to get Chris Olave. Well, you take him now. Okay, I get that. So I know right as soon as the draft's over, I'll head Don, let me get him. Not fucking 10 weeks later. No.
Okay, so what if it's like 3 to 4 weeks later though, and you're riding with what you got, and then you're like, hold on, like I've got a running back that you need, but I have an extra running back. You have an extra receiver.
That's, to me, it's just the luck of the draft.
What about John? What if you have like Derrick Henry? He's your 3rd pick. He gets hurt in week 2, and you're willing to.
You have to upgrade your running back.
Like I said, it's the luck of the draw. You know how many? I guarantee the whole fucking Houston Texans organization wanted Aiden Hutchinson. Guess what? They had the 3rd pick, not the 2nd. You're not getting him.
Yeah, but they can make trades though.
So maybe
they can make a trade,
and they can wait 10 years. They don't got to even wait 10 weeks.
In my opinion, you pick what.
No, and that's why I put it in the chat too. I personally don't care if trades are in or trades aren't.
I don't give a shit.
But I'm not. It's a part of fantasy football, so you can't just get rid of it. Like,
I mean, you don't. I don't want to be a part of that.
For sure.
I'm going to stick by who fucking take.
Anyways, I don't want to spend too much more time on that.
But yeah, Drake London
let's
rookie of the year.
jump back into it. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, like
Trayvon Walker.
Easy
we
answer,
all
man.
on the Trayvon Walker train.
It's an easy answer for me.
John shaking his head. I don't
I
know.
think Johnny likes Aiden.
No.
He let your boy Jordan talk him into
no.
it.
Yeah, Jordan.
no.
Jordan. Hey, that man Jordan definitely rode with Aiden.
Honestly, I don't know. I like Nakobe Dean. Really?
Yeah, and it's crazy. If he does win it, which God, I hope not, because it's my division. But they're gonna look crazy. Didn't they take Nakobe in like the third round? Didn't he fall all the way down? So that's crazy in that end. So my two were Trayvon Walker, and then you guys know my favorite player in the draft last year was Kyle Hamilton. So in that Ravens defense with the secondary they have, he's gonna get to freelance. He's gonna play up in the box, a lot of tackles. He's gonna get to watch the quarterback leads interceptions. Like he's gonna be in the right place at the right time
have a lot of
because
tackles.
he should be right. And honestly, that's a big part of it. So those are my two. Trayvon Walker, because I feel like edge rush, like Johnny said, it's almost becoming the most important part of football. So that to me, Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson, they should be the favorites. And then
Yep.
Kyle Hamilton to me is just gonna be where he needs to be for his statistics to go crazy. So, but the Nakobe Dean one, that's a tough ass pick.
That is really good.
Trent, you were on the Trayvon Walker train?
Trayvon, yeah, I think he's gonna get it done. Lastly, we got the comeback player. I think I know who you're gonna say too, Donna.
No,
We
you
got the
don't.
comeback player of the year. I don't think you're gonna hit me with a surprise, but go ahead.
All right, so y'all know, I think I said it 3 weeks ago. Chase Young, comeback player of the year. Chase Young has now been ruled out the first 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna
No,
be
he's-
a comeback.
It's not gonna happen. Jameis Winston, comeback player of the year. I think
Oh, you took mine, dickhead.
Yeah, I think he puts up crazy numbers with Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, and Jarvis Landry. He's got a good catching back in
AK.
AK. Yeah, AK's over there. So Jameis Winston, lock it in. Comeback
Spot
player of the
on
year.
with your boy. Anthony was down there shaking his head. You don't agree?
I mean, you just gave us all these speeches about Saquon. He can't be comeback player of the year.
Saquon played a good bit last season though.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. I guess.
My comeback player of the year.
That's why.
My comeback player of the year should be pretty easy. He didn't even get to play. So I saw it's like the popular answer online. I have Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne's my comeback player of the year.
So my only issue with that though is that people were acting like James Robinson is not going to be ready week 1. James Robinson's ready. So
yeah, in training camp they haven't given him the ball at all. It's kind of like they're just veering away from him.
They're trying to, yeah. Because I mean, Etienne played with
and he's been
Trevor in college. He's a hell of a running back.
Yeah.
But I still think when you have a guy like James Robinson who's proven in the league, you're gonna lean a little bit, even if you're not doing it in training camp, just so you see what you have. Like it's just training camp. Don't buy into all the hype around that.
I mean,
like,
it's preseason,
right? You know what I mean?
Could be just to see if
Etienne's even cut,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
If he's ready to go. So I still think it's
a Josh Jacobs treatment though.
I think it's a 70-30 split there, which is still a lot for Etienne, but I don't know. I think it's a slower start for him.
Well, now I'm seeing he's getting like the Josh Jacobs treatment. So, like for example, the reason why Josh Jacobs is playing with like the second and third stringers in preseason is because the new coaching staff doesn't like him.
Right.
And then Doug Peterson said that James Robinson's on the team because he's on the roster. It's not that I handpicked James.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So Travis Etienne supposedly like Doug Peterson's like butt buddy.
Shocker.
Yeah.
What was yours, John?
John?
Well,
Dobbins?
I mean, no. It's got to be Winston. Yeah, I mean, if they have as many wins as I said they're going to win, he's the main reason why. And I mean, again, last healthy season, threw for 5,000 yards. So he has the weapons to put up big numbers.
He's gonna be putting it to the Panthers.
Yeah,
I like it.
He's that's another thing I was going to tell you about. So I've been seeing a lot of predictions. A lot of people think that kind of like a Malik Willis. If Jameis Winston doesn't start playing well, they might start giving that Ian Book kid a try like halfway through the season.
He's not good.
Yeah, he's not good at all either.
He's not.
He's dick sauce too.
He played for Notre Dame, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awful. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, Don, you're not Washington related lock for us?
Yeah. So I have two. Mike Evans, his receiving yards are set at 1,025. Most consistent
That's the
receiver.
over under.
Yeah, most consistent receiver in the NFL, 1,000 yards the last 8 seasons. No Godwin early. Brady doesn't have Gronk. I think Evans goes crazy the first couple weeks and just rides that out the rest of the season. Should be an easy smack. The next one is Saquon Barkley. Total scrimmage yards. Plus 1,600 odds. But Saquon's the
What?
answer in New York
What is that for him to lead the league in
in scrimmage
scrimmage?
yards. Yep, lead the league in scrimmage yards. So kind of what Ant was saying that CMC is a better, like gonna have more yards than JT. I think Saquon Barkley stays healthy this season and leads the league in yards from scrimmage. I think he has the same type of tear he did his rookie year, except for a little bit more receiving work. I think he just goes absolutely crazy this year, looking close to 1,100-1,200 rushing, close to 750, 800 receiving, cracks that 2,000 mark. I think he just goes fucking crazy.
I like it.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, I like Saquon.
I mean, they're not going to be good regardless.
They're not.
I like the Evans one more, but
The Evans
We'll
one's
see.
a for sure smack to me. I think that one, if you want to just a safe bet, do it. If you want to be able to put something a little bit down, plus 1,600, win you some big bread, go ahead and ride with Saquon.
See, I just saw yesterday a dark horse at receiver was Julio Jones. So that's why
what for?
Oh, in Tampa?
Yeah. I
For
think
fantasy or just
fantasy.
I'm not ever drafting Julio Jones in fantasy.
Yeah, he did me
I'm done with
wrong
that.
one year, and I was like, just can't do it. He's on the block list.
Someone
There's
we
a
didn't
lot of
talk
teams
about
and
in
players on that
the
block list.
comeback player of the year. We talked about the team was Michael Thomas. If he comes
Well,
back and he
isn't he
goes and
still
they
gonna
win
miss
and they
games?
win games, I mean he's got a hamstring issue. It's not they haven't like ruled him out for game one.
That
But
hamstring's lingering injury though.
right, but they haven't ruled him out game one.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
as
Chris Paul pulled his and played 2
So
days later.
if they win all those games, Michael Thomas is gonna have a hell of a season. So just something to think about.
Something to look out for, huh?
Yeah.
So next week it's gonna be a little different. We're gonna have 2 episodes. One, we're gonna have some fun and hop on with the fantasy league for the draft, which I want to thank you guys for participating because I'm bringing home the money this year.
Yeah. You gonna bring it home until it's time to pay me.
Yeah, all right. We'll see. But yeah, so that's gonna be fun. And then another episode per usual for you guys, which I want to continue to thank you guys. We haven't got a question in about a week, so go ahead and tap in with us, leave some questions so we can get that out for you guys and just keep subbing and spreading the love. Appreciate it.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, fellas. Rate and review. Catch y'all
So
later.
next week, let it.